In line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Jackson on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. 3 and out. A real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He can run for it. Now loose football. The ball comes out. And the Texans say they have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. It's 1st and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout.
Richmond. Reset. Richmond. Come back. Richmond.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And the Ravens taking the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when Amlin gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, Jackson being chased out left. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Jackson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 6 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Leopard!
Again, Jackson. And he's got Will Tye complete. Touchdown. Will Tye, 36 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Watson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Richmond! Come back!
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. first and 10. Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and he will score. It's a touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 10-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Flush to his right. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, it gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field? And they find each other for the completion.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On second down, here's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. That's caught out left by Perriman. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Murray. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Detroit! Detroit!
Jackson looking to throw on third. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson dancing to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Latavius Murray, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are in for 6. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They still can't get it. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Richmond!
On second and 10, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Richmond!
On first down, Watson. Now he's forced out right. Fuller brings it in over the middle. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 53 yards. And the Texans are in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 17-14. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Pushing. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they're trying to pile on. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Come back!
To throw on second is Watson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, a A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Jackson will throw again. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Jackson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Detroit! Gone!
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun, and he fires one, but incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Justin Houston in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On second down, here's Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal?
Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Richmond, Richmond. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
From the gun, here's Watson. Throw left side, complete to QT. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Gun, 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 gun.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now out comes Houston. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's got room. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's Watson now on second down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Come back, come back.
Out of the gun, Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Now Austin. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Now a second down run for Murray. And he'll get him out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Watson to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16.
Black 22! Black 22! Come back, come back! Come back, come back!
Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now Jackson steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 23 yards on the play.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39, Green.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Detroit!
On second down, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Gone!
Again, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Come back!
After the interception, here's Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Watson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Come back!
Now Watson. And he'll find QT on the right side, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watson. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, Stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal.
Hey, back 22! Back 22!
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He finds an opening past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter if he needs to make the... And he's going to go down! Back near midfield at the 49. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for a loss of 5. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He can run for it, and he will. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
I don't know about you, but can you just almost feel the relief that's gone through this stadium? He picked up that 1st down. Without it, this game is over.
And when he took off, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Andre Howe. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will score a pick 6 Texans TD. Now Myers for the extra point. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick six, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Perriman, 44 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Richmond, Richmond. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
To throw on second is Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break up 4th. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's Austin. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And now here come the Ravens. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustmts.
Now it's Jackson. It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Jackson. And an alley to run. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But plain and simple, That's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
And was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm was just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. Throwing now is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. A gain of 39 that time. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Throwing is Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and goal. Jackson now. Flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Dancing to his left. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And that may put a period on this AFC Championship game. They begin with a run by Miller. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll run it again with Miller. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game, the Texans send the punter out, standing just about on his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw is Jackson, flushed out right. Now a desperation throw, and got his man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. One last shot for Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.